Hello everyone and welcome back to Gateway Peugeot's YouTube channel. Today we're reviewing the fantastic brand new Peugeot E-3008 GT. Now this car has already been voted car of the year, even though it's only been out for a few months now. We're going to take a look at the reasons of what makes this car so great, why people should be interested in this car, and why this car is the leading competitor in its market. Got the best range in the market. You can have a 73 kilowatt battery all the way up to a 90 kilowatt battery. WLTP range is 326 as standard, and it cannot be upgraded to 420, so no more range worries at all. It's offered in two specifications, the GT and the Allure, this one being the GT. Now the Allure is still incredibly specced out, but the GT just does take things to another level. In terms of powertrain, you can go for a mild hybrid, or you can go for the fully electric 3008, which gives customers the option, if you aren't available to charge your car at home, you can still have one of these in a hybrid. But if you can charge one at home, then you should be going for one of these. Today we're going to be looking at what makes this vehicle so great, why it stands out in its class, and why other brands are looking at Peugeot and taking inspiration from us for the future. Now, compared to the previous Peugeot 3008, this is definitely taking things to the next level. We've had a few facelifts in our time with this generation, but this one definitely stands out the most out of the lot. Now, on the front of the vehicle, you can see things do look slightly differently compared to the older 3008. We've still got the free claw-like signature effect going down the front, but the lights are designed slightly differently. On the older Peugeot 3008 models, it was full LED technology, whereas these are matrix technology. It's a much smarter and a much more advanced technology to help you drive in every day. Now, because this one in particular is the GT model, you've got the glossy black accents which follow all around the body of the vehicle. If you were to go for the Allure model, this is instead a matte black. At the front of the vehicle, we've got the brand new 3008 badge, and just below that is found the new Peugeot logo. As standard on the GT, you get the 20-inch monolith wheels. The Allure models come with the 19-inch. Now these wheels come with Michelin tyres from factory, and over any sort of bumpy roads, rough surfaces, it feels as smooth as anything, especially in the electric version. Moving over to the side of the panel, we've got the Peugeot emblem. This is something Peugeot have introduced in over all of our range, so the 308s do it as well. When it is the GT model, you get the 3D Peugeot badge, which is on the side of the fender. Once again, because this one's a GT, you get the glossy black mirrors, glossy black arches, as well as the glossy black sill, which flows all the way to the back of the vehicle. And when you pair this with the Obsession Blue, which is the factory colour for this vehicle, it makes an amazing contrast. As we move over to the rear of the vehicle, you can see that Peugeot have once again changed the rear lights, as well as the all-new badge just found on the back. Now the GT comes standard with the wireless electric tailgate, and then you partnered that with 500 litres of boot space. This car in particular has a wider wheelbase, so the battery can sit down more, therefore it doesn't affect the boot space. So the boot space on the GT Hybrid or the GT Allure is the exact same. Now just up at the top here, we've got Peugeot's seamless rear wing. Now you can actually put your hand underneath and it'll come out all the way at the top here. This is designed solely for aero to make sure you can get that 326 miles of range. But me personally, I think it does enhance the look massively to the vehicle, and it makes it look much sportier. Once again, found at the top, just on the roof, we've got Peugeot's wireless iConnect system, very seamless on top of the roof of the vehicle, and this was also found on previous Peugeot 3008s. Now, just on the left-hand side of the vehicle here, we've got Peugeot's charging system. Simple as, same as any other electric vehicle really. All you need to do, plug it into your charging point at home or your 3-pin socket, leave it on to charge, and it'll charge up fully for you in about 9.5 hours with a charging point. If you were to use a rapid charger on the side of the motorway, this vehicle will go from 20 to 80% in just 30 minutes, which will give you plenty of range to go wherever you need to go. As we move over to the interior of the vehicle, the first thing that stands out to everyone is this massive 21-inch screen. Now this is Peugeot's main difference in comparison to the older 3008 models. However, we've also got an updated steering wheel with adaptive cruise being found as standard on the left-hand side on the GT. The main difference for this and why this is such a big deal is that it used to be located behind the steering wheel on previous 3008 models, and we know here at Peugeot that a lot of customers weren't a big fan of that because it was hidden, it was hard to use, so they've now moved that to the steering wheel. Moving over to the seats, all seats in the 3008 GTs, driver and passenger, are AGR approved. What this means is they've been scientifically researched into to make sure they're correct for your posture and you're sat upright, which is best for your health. So this screen here is fully customizable. You can set whatever you'd like to be on the screen onto the screen straight away. And you can also customize this dash. So all you need to do is press this button on the left hand side of the light stalk, and that will customize the display of the screen. Now once again, you can set your own presets and choose for it to be displayed in whichever way you'd like it to be displayed, but just a click of this button will show you through the basics that Peugeot give you as standard. Very simple but very effective. You've got your built-in navigation on the screen now. If I click the button again, I've now got my range and the gear I'm in and my mileage just over there down at the left. Now, if you wanted to customize the regenerative braking, it's available in 3 levels on this model. Just behind the steering wheel, I've got 2 paddles, one to my right and one to my left. If I was to click these paddles, this would change the harshness of the regen braking. Now, what regenerative braking does is turn the motor of the vehicle into an alternator. So if you up this and take your foot off the throttle, as you're coming to a stop in the vehicle is going to slow itself down slightly. The wheels rotating will then simultaneously charge the battery and give you a slight bit better range. Something I'd recommend for most people to have on all the time. You don't have to have it on full, but at least have it on the lowest setting, just because you're always feeding a little bit more battery back into the vehicle, which will help with the overall range. As you can see on the screen here, we've got multiple pages, which is similar to the older 3008 models. If I was to click one and hold it down with my thumb, it will now highlight it in a square, and I've got the option to customize the touchscreen or the driver information. Let's say we wanted to customize the touchscreen. I can move around whatever I want to move around or get rid of things. So if I don't want to have my charging status up here, I can get rid of that, click add widget, and then I've got multiple options. Let's say I want to put the climate control on the screen instead. Just need to click that button there and click save. And then as we go back to the home screen, I've now got my climate control just on the screen. So once again, you don't need to mess around with any settings when you're driving. It's all just here. Now just down here, you can find Peugeot's iToggle system. They have since added a new page on this, so you can now swipe between the two and have even more options. Now this is all fully customizable, so whatever you'd like to have ease of access, you can set to be down here. Me personally, I'd like to have the heated steering wheel and the seat options. So just with a click of a button, my heated steering wheel is now on, and that's it. So when you're driving, you don't need to be messing around with the screen. You don't need to be confusing yourself with things. You set your presets down here and simply set off. Now, another big feature that Peugeot have changed is the actual gear selector. Now this used to be located just down here to the driver's side, but they've since moved it up here to create more space. Very simple to use. Foot on the brake, press down on the paddle. That puts the vehicle in D, which is drive, and off you go. If we press this up into R, which is reverse, here's the reversing camera. You can see that it's high quality. As I move the steering wheel, it shows me my projected trajectory, it shows me where I'm going to go, and then I've got a 360 build up of the floor below me, around me. So for door space or getting out in tight spots, you've got no excuses. Just down here are your essentials. So you've got your front windscreen heater, you've got air to be recirculated around the cockpit, you've then got your rear windscreen and mirror heaters, aircon off very quickly just from a simple tap of a button, and then max or min. Now what this will do is set the car to a minimum of 21 degrees. So if it's below that, it will increase the heat. If it's above that, it will decrease the heat. So it will get the car to the optimal temperature very quickly. Now just down here, we've got the all new storage system. All you need to do is press that button forward just like so, and you've got tons of room down here, as well as a 12-volt socket, and then you've got 2 USB-C chargers. So if you need to plug anything in, you can put them there. However, if you don't want to charge your phone down there, you've got a charging pad that can be found just here that's hidden away. Once again, you've still got the electric parking handbrake, which was also found on the older 3008, so nothing new there. You've got 2 cup holders, which was also found on the older 3008, and you've still got all your compartment space just down here. This ambient lighting is 8-way customizable. It's something that's only available on the GT models, but you can completely customize the look and the feel of the car. You can also set presets, so if there's 2 people driving and one person likes it green and one person likes it orange, all you'd have to do is click whoever's driving when you get into the vehicle, and it will change the lighting based on that. Now just a tap of one of these 2 buttons will make sure someone starts speaking to you through the car's speakers and sends out whatever assistance is necessary. And just behind that, we've got a sunglasses holder to tuck your nice sunglasses away. Thanks for watching the review of the brand new Peugeot 3008. We hope you found it informative and that it gave you a good insight into what this fantastic SUV has to offer. If you have any more questions or would like to learn more, feel free to reach out to us on 01270 587711 at Gateway Peugeot in Crewe. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.